Yo, hello guys, Infantry here. How are you, Delta Force pilots? It's been a while, but as always, great to have you around. This is Fighter Jet Beginner Tips, a secret you rarely hear to become the best pilot in Cyclone. You've probably heard it a lot, being a fighter pilot is tough, the sky isn't a place for beginners, and sweaty pilots will absolutely kill us up there. And actually, that was right. The sky was unforgiving, especially for beginners. But here is the interesting part. I use was, not is. This is the end of round score from this game. Deathless flawless 27 kill streak and the second best player on the team. Looks like a sweaty round from sweaty pilot, no? But let's take a closer look and analyze what's really happening. Our biggest threat here is enemy jets. Each team gets 2 on Cyclone. And here are all my dogfights from this round. First dogfight, enemy jet spotted, 1 o'clock high. Pitchback and following through air radar, he's going right. There he is. Blind spot, following through air radar again. Still going right. There he is. We have a shooting angle now. This will be over soon, unless he switched to VTOL. He bailed out, look at that, must be Tempest. And now he's back in his jet. Good trick. Scanning through air radar, he's on our left. Let's finish this. And that's a kill. First jet down. Big respect to him. Good timing, good trick. But does that look like our biggest threat in the sky, pilots? Let's see another one. It's 2 versus 1 now. We've already got the advantage. I have a shot. Switching to VTOL, of course. Good trick. But looks like he's not following us anymore. I see it from air radar. There he is, still busy fighting our wingman. This is huge disadvantage for him. Zero support, no wingman, no AA, no heli. And I have no idea why no one is spawning in the other jet. Another fighter jet down. Again, respect for him surviving 1 versus 2 dogfight that long. But another question for you pilots. Does that look like our biggest threat in the sky? And here's another dogfight. He has a shooting position, advantage on him. Following through air radar, he's on our right. Left now. There he is. Eyes on air radar, he's on our right. Good angle, there he is. After burner off, creating some distance in case he switches to VTOL mode. So far so good. Shooting. And that's a kill. And that's it. Only 3. Those are the only dogfights I had in this round. Our second biggest threat here is the LAV-AA. Now let's see how I deal with it. There he is, near his base. And there he is dead now. That was fast. It was 2 versus 1. My assault heli and I are hunting him together. No chance actually, but that's how easy it is. And here's another one. LAV-AA spotted on his base. Firing rockets. And disengage before it gets too close. Look back and mark his location. There he is. That's our friendly heli again. It's back to 2 versus 1. No chance, he's alone. LAV-AA down. For the rest of the video, I'll be showing all the kills I got at each objective. I mark it on the timestamp so you can jump and see it anytime. Who knows, it might give you some ideas to find your own favorite attack routes and strategies for every objective. And those 5 engagements I showed you earlier were how I dealt with the biggest and the second biggest threat on this map. So what do you think, pilots? Was it really as hard as you expected? We've heard a lot about how hard it is being a fighter pilot. Dogfighting is complicated. And on top of that, we have to deal with more experienced pilots with all their flashy maneuvers, and honestly, some of them, not all, but some of them have annoying attitudes. It can be discouraging us from flying again. But now you've seen it yourself. Being the best pilot in Cyclone turns out not that difficult, right? 3 dogfights. That is all it takes to become the best pilot here. Will it happen every round? Of course not. Some matches will run into veteran pilots who will kill us the second we got our jet in the air. But not every game is like that. I think we all know by now that Delta Force takes a lot of inspiration from Battlefield, to say the least. The skies in Battlefield 6 is even more intimidating than this. Flying feels terrifying, veteran pilots will bully us up there, but the truth is, those scary veteran pilots aren't in every single match. The number of matches is higher than the number of those scary pilots. In earlier seasons, it felt like I was running into sweaty pilots in almost every match, but for some reason, things have changed now. It honestly feels like fewer people are interested in flying now, both in Delta Force and Battlefield. I'm not sure if this is connected to the declining interest or not, but both games are kinda stepping away from those classic ace combat style dogfights we used to know. Battlefield is worse in this case. Here in Delta Force, the devs gives us the VTOL mode, which we can rely on to survive in sky without mastering classic non-stop looping dogfight. I haven't used it here yet, but I'm definitely going to learn how to abuse it. VTOL mode makes the jet feel way more beginner friendly, and with the right timing, even the beginners can catch veteran pilots off guard. So that is the secret you rarely hear about becoming the best pilot here. Sure, some rounds we will meet sweaty veteran pilots, and that is perfect for practice and improving our skill. But since the interest of flying has declined, there are way more matches than those sweaty pilots, which means we will eventually get rounds like this. All we need to do is simply just keep playing. If you're here to learn about the dogfights, how I survived with just 3 of them, feel free to replay those moments. I've marked them in the timestamp. Slow it down if you need to. YouTube allows us to do that. It's on the setting icon and you can select the playback speed. Watching in slower playback speed helps me to understand about the situational awareness and how to read the air radar. Hope it helps you too. And don't forget, always look back and scan after each attack run, so no one catches you by surprise. Just like this, notice how long I scan back to check the sky. Looks clear, no enemy jet spotted. Then prepare for the next strafing run. In attacking infantry, don't forget to observe my angle of attack. I use high angle of attack, make myself a harder target to shoot. Just keep an eye on the distance to the ground. When using high angle of attack like this, we have to pull back in time before hitting the ground, or worse, before enemy infantry or Uluru spots us and fires a rocket. The rest of the video is pure non-stop infantry farming. Drop a comment if you want more Delta Force jet beginner tips. This channel is all about helping beginners turn into pros. I used to think fighter jet weren't for beginners, but somehow things have changed. It still takes time to master this jet, of course, but it's way more beginner friendly than it used to be. I'll be happy to show you how to use it so you can become one of the best or the best player on the team, just like on this round. And that is all from me today, Delta Force pilots. Hope you like it and can learn something new from this video. Godspeed and see you on another one.
Allied forces are engaging at objective Bravo. Any more losses today?